Cabin. Alright. This is purportedly a first map created by this person, and it's a Minecraft map. That is the cutest goddamn quick revive machine I've ever seen. Oh my lord. Okay, hello. Yeah, they spawn in quick, don't they? I like the moody atmosphere you got going on outside. Although, wow, that is cramped. First test. Yeah, you ought to put some clip brushes up here, just in case. Let's try. Yup. Yep, that's, you ought to fix that. However, this is the first map, which all can be forgiven. I'm going down. Darn. Well, two can play at that game. How much is this door? 500? Let me just buy it immediately. MP40, 1300. That's pretty expensive. Ooh. Kind of interesting to have the first door be able to be bought right out the gate. 4K for a Browning, and I'm not really seeing a pack-a-punch. Although I guess I'm just blind. Box. There we go. I don't know if there's like an Easter egg. Maybe I gotta shoot them teddies or teddy bears. There's the pack-a-punch. I don't know why I didn't see it. It was right fucking there. I like the torches. You know, it's very distinctly Minecrafty. You know, I'm not really a big fan of Minecraft maps in general. They're very gimmicky, I suppose, but we all gotta start somewhere. I understand that, and you know, it's a lot easier if someone else makes the art for you. I understand. I completely get it. I'm, you know, a developer myself. I make maps and I make textures and all that doodad. I understand. I think I'll go for round 10, round 20 maybe, depending on how fast this game gets. It's nice being able to actually see my health. That last guy that made the previous map got in contact and mentioned that he's going to be updating the lighting, which is always good to hear. Part of why I'm doing this is because, well, unfortunately, NZP is a pretty old game and pretty dead, if we're being honest, right? There's only a couple people working on it. So any feedback is good. No, I won't say any feedback, but feedback of this variety is pretty hard to come across. It's very hard to have actual people play your maps, which is why I'd highly suggest if you actually do map for this game, you really ought to like host your maps like a public lobby, you know, play multiplayer. NZP does come with add-on share or some sort of program that automatically downloads the map, so they don't even have to download it off of GitHub. They can just join your game and they'll have the map installed and any WADs, assuming you don't use WAD include. So it's pretty open. It's pretty wide, you know. The lighting is pretty good, although the world does just end right there. I might do something about that, you know, add some detail to make it look a little better. Also, that's interesting. That's the skybox, right? I mean, at least I hope it is. It shouldn't be like a really big object in the background that I can't see. Not a lot of perks, kind of bold. Everyone likes to put all the perks on their map, and I like a little restraint every now and then. Makes them a bit more unique, you know? Although I would like I mean, I didn't see it initially, but I would like this Pack-a-Punch to be lit up a bit better. I know it does play a ticking sound, but that's sometimes not enough to really signify where it is. I'm not entirely sure where the best place to camp is. I guess you can't really camp on a map like this. Same thing goes for the mystery box here. If you are going to update this map down the line, I'd recommend lighting up all the points of interest on your map. I think it'd be a really good idea. I am playing on an alternate account. I do have several versions of NZP installed. I'm on my development computer, so things are going to be a little bit wacky, a little bit different. I should also mention that I am using high contrast models, so if the guns look a little different, that is why. I guess what is nice is, since the map is so flat, you can always see the zombies. It's pretty good. I can't tell if that's like the old tree texture or the new tree texture. It's gonna bug me. Also, bold to put the M1911 on the wall. Bold. Do trade outs pretty easily, you know. To be fair, the Mustang and Sally isn't really the best weapon in the map anyway. Very good medic weapon, you know, if you're playing medic. I might make this a double feature. That's a huge might. I don't know. Anything for content, right? But I don't know. There really isn't much to this map. There's just that one door, and unless there's like a teddy bear Easter egg that I'm missing, then I'm not really sure what else I could talk about. Although that is interesting. Is there waypoints? Ah! Oh. Oh. So, that is interesting. Huh. Hang on. Gonna kill my game mode here. So that is a special waypoint. Hang on. There are waypoints, evidently. I don't know why. I don't know why. Wow. These are really... What the hell? There's just a ray gun on the wall right there? That's fucking based. I guess if you were standing right here, you could just be outside of the influence of the zombies. But there's just a ton of waypoints that are all very sporadic and, like, that's interesting. I would like to know the mindset behind these. You know, besides getting the zombies to... Yeah, as you can see, there's like a dead spot right here. Wow. Look, another dead spot right here. That's probably what I got stuck on. That's interesting. Huh. I mean, considering there's so many, I don't necessarily blame you for missing a couple spots, but, like... Damn. We still got waypointing failed errors, which is kind of interesting. So if I'm in the map... Oh. Ah! Yeah, if I'm in the house, that causes problems. I see. That's interesting. So if a zombie... Wait, what? There's two waypoints stacked on top of each other right here. I mean, this one isn't connected to anything. I mean, I'm so tempted to, like, change it to fix it, but, like, this is like the way the map comes packed. That's interesting. I look into that. That's not supposed to be there. So zombies can come in, but if zombies spawn in here, they're just kind of screwed, I guess. Unless there's like a kill target on this spawner back here, but like, that's interesting. Oh, there we go. I will say this does actually have like very good aesthetics. Keep in mind, as someone who isn't a fan of Minecraft maps, generally speaking, this map has good lighting and good atmospheric vibes. Let me find that ray gun wall by. 9K for a ray gun right at the wall. That's fucking based. Go right ahead. That's awesome. I'd prefer it to be like behind a teddy bear Easter egg, but that's still cool nonetheless. You can just buy the ray gun off the wall. I mean, it's hidden away. It's like even in my first map when I started doing ray gun Easter eggs, I just kind of had it in like a stuck spot. So I guess I can't necessarily throw stones in that regard. Thank you, phone. Very cool. Oh, well, speak of the devil. I got the ray gun right here. Yeah, there really isn't much to this map in particular. Let me check this spot. Oh. This spot. Yeah, you ought to check. You ought to clip brush this too. Can I get on top of the perk? Nope. I'm sure the zombies can still hit you up here, but you still probably should clip brush it. Ah. Yep. That's why. I always like the way the ray guns like projectiles light up. It's really cool. Yeah, very simple 2-room map. I'd say aside from some clipping issues, this map is so simple that there really isn't much else you could fix to make it better, I guess. I'd like some out of bounds decoration, and you should probably fix the skybox problem. It's probably not supposed to look like that. So, thanks for watching, and have a nice day.